Fala galera, tranquilidade total ou nada, bem, eu vou muito bem, obrigado. E o funcionário 427 voltou à sua sala. Que coisa, não? Vamos ver.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bem estranho, né? Eu tomei algumas decisões da última vez no primeiro looping. Agora eu já tô no segundo looping, vamos ver o que ele vai pedir. Agora eu vou entrar pela porta da direita.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Beleza, vamos lá. É estranho, cara, dá vontade de voltar. O cara, ele tá falando pra mim fazer tantas coisas que você acaba notando que você tá preso, sabe? Que você de fato tá num looping e que você de fato tá sendo cabresto aqui.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Não, vou embora. Não vou ficar parado dirigindo nada.
Back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Primeira porta aberta à sua esquerda. Puta vontade de... Tá, eu vou fazer o caminho mais longo, galera. Apesar de que eu acho que eu deveria ir pela direita, que na verdade é o caminho em frente, eu vou estar entrando aqui pela esquerda. Não, não vou. Ah, não vou. Não vou. Para.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Para, bobinho. Para de falar que eu sou ruim. Eu sou muito bom no que eu faço, tá? Ok. Se eu entendi bem, eu não vou pelo que o cara tá falando. Ok. Se você cair, você morre.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Por ela? Por ela quem, cara? Porque até agora a narrativa de fato...
Stanley, your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Para, bobinho, para de falar com essa voz que está me chateando, tá? Enfim, até agora a narrativa não trouxe um ela e eu tô um pouquinho perdido em relação a ela. E aí, narrador, fala comigo. Não, porta negra não. Isso nunca é bom, cara. Oh, que isso, que loucura.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Eu não quero observar. Para, cara. Escolha.
The best part of being a real person. but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
Pareceu o Saci, cara, que loucura.
Living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Praticando. Ou praticar, melhor dizendo. Tá?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best path to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
The fuck,
and the
cara?
feeling should subside. At this
Ai,
time,
meu Deus.
your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Beleza, cara, entende uma coisa, eu vou fazer tudo ao contrário, tá?
Welcome
Não adianta.
back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Ok. A partir do momento que a gente tomou uma escolha que pro narrador seria uma escolha errada, que de fato pra gente seria uma escolha certa, a sala começou a tomar proporções divertidas. Não sei se vocês notaram, mas agora ela tá colorida, agora ela tá feliz e alegre, né? Todas as cores do game, até então, foram cores tristes, cores apagadas. Vamos ver se a gente consegue fazer todas as escolhas certas e mudar todo o cenário. Let's go. Teoria das cores, bro. Teoria das cores. Ok. Eu quero ver se existe um segundo caminho. Deixa eu tentar abrir essa porta. Não, tá trancada, que pena. Vamos lá, então vamos fazer a coisa certa, entre mil aspas. Eu quero pular e morrer. Cara, eu queria pular. Não! Eu quero pular. Sério, eu quero muito pular agora. Volta, funciona, por favor. Funciona, por favor. Caracas, mano. Ai, será que eu vou ficar preso em mais um looping? Não, não acredito. Eu quero muito me matar. Por quê? Por quê, Deus? Não, não acredito que eu vou cair na mesma sala de novo. Caracas, eu sinto que eu deveria ter pulado desde a primeira oportunidade.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Não, cara, eu vou fazer tudo diferente. Vai por mim, vai por
Now
mim.
remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Não, não vou entrar, cara. Eu vou voltar por aqui.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Cara, eu quero muito mudar isso aqui. Não! Abre, por favor. É, você nota que tá tudo desconfigurado já, tá ligado? Vamos burlar o sistema, porra. Ah, mas infelizmente, não tem como tá abrindo essas portas, tá? Infelizmente, eu tô apertando o E e o clique direito e esquerdo e mesmo assim não tá funcionando. Tá, deixa eu tentar abrir a porta de trás. Aparentemente só posso entrar nas portas que de fato estão abertas. Vamos lá. Ok. Vou tentar dar uma olhada em todas, só pro desencargo de consciência.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be
Valeria a
worth it?
pena, meu
To
caro.
know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Não, cara, deixa eu jogar o game. Não, calma aí. Para com isso, eu tô saindo. Não, mano, eu tava saindo da sala. Que loucura. Não faz isso comigo, mano. Voltei? Uou, alô? Oi, produção?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Não, eu sou adulto.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Eita, bugou.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Não, porta direita.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Eita, o jogo tá muito bugado, cara. Que loucura.
Exactly as Stanley would. That means
Calma, eu tô ficando doido já, velho. Sério.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Ok, calma. Eu tô me sentindo como um boneco de videogame, cara, com alguém me controlando e eu só fazendo as coisas. Eu vou pela porta direita. Direita! Direita! Não, não vou pra lá. Como assim, cara? Eu tô bugado, seu filho da puta. Não, eu não vou lá, cara, sério. Eu vou continuar indo na porta da direita.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Chupa, chupa a sociedade.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Ai. Como assim, cara? Para, por favor. Para, por favor.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Direita.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Caracas, por que eu tô nesse looping? Para com isso. Por que eu tô preso? Por que eu não posso ter a ideia que eu quero? A ideia que eu quero, que burro. Sério. Eu não acredito que eu fiz isso, cara. Eu entrei na sala que eu não gostaria de ter entrado.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Queria descer, cara. Pena que não tem escada, né? Então a gente sobe. Deixa eu ver se essa porta aqui abre. Não. Tá, dessa vez eu vou fazer tudo diferente, velho. Sério. Isso aqui não se abre? Não. Ah, complexo. Complexo. O que a gente encontra aqui? Um PC desligado, lápis, coisas do gênero. Oi, aparentemente o escritório tá diferente, cara.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Não, ainda não, calma. Deixa eu dar uma mexida aqui em todas as coisas, cara. Eita porra, tem um panda aqui com arma na cabeça. Que loucura, cara, como você é violento. Com panda.
Spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Não, para. Não vou falar, tá? Dá licença. Vou olhar pela janela. Ai, meus olhos. Caracas.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
Não, para.
Speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Não, cara, eu não quero falar. Eu vou esperar mais um pouco. Vamos ver o que ele vai falar. Não, não vou fazer.
You know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far only for you to suddenly decide you have better.
Abra outra porta.
I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come?
Eu não poderia ir por lá, cara. Seu filho da puta. Vai te fuder. Ah, mas o cara me bugou de novo. Mano.
When he came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What the fuck, velho?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
O que tá pegando?
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
O fim. Não, tá de brinco. Sai. Para. Zerei o game.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Stanley, calma aí, cara. Sério que o game já acabou? O pessoal tinha me dito que existe pelo menos 6 sinais diferentes. E... caramba, outro looping. Que coisa, não? Que coisa, não? Bom, pessoal, mas é isso que eu queria mostrar pra vocês hoje. Espero que todo mundo tenha gostado. Um beijo, um abraço, um aperto de mão. Fiquem com Deus, claro. Quem acreditar nele, e por gentileza, não deixe de avaliar, comentar. E principalmente adicionar os favoritos que a gente de fato realmente gostou. Isso vai ajudar demais na divulgação do vídeo e do canal. Belezinha, pessoal? É isso então. Valeu. Tchau, tchau. Cara, divulga esse vídeo para os seus amigos. Divulga isso aí no seu Facebook e Twitter. Vai ajudar muito, mano, Elismar. E eu ficaria extremamente agradecido. Belezinha, pessoal? Então é isso. Valeu, tchau, tchau, fui!